So I'm really, really delighted that we are now joined by the legendary jazz and blues powerhouse vocalist Elkie Brookes. And Elkie, first of all, before we have our chat, I think you were quite taken by hearing Katie Tunstall.
Oh, yes, and Susie Quattro this morning. Hi, anyway, Janice, hello.
Hello, it's lovely to have you on the show.
But, on BBC News this morning.
Right.
They were promoting the album that they've made together.
Well, there you go. That's news to me, Elkie. You're keeping me up to date because I did not know that dynamic duo have made an album. Wow.
I mean, what two amazing ladies. Great musicians, singers. I love them. They were fantastic.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Were. I was like, but when things give me goosebumps, I don't know about you, Janice, you know that, that's it.
Exactly. Well, that was the thing with that New Radicals track. I do remember very clearly having to stop the car and listen, and I think that's testament to a great song, isn't it? You've probably been in that position yourself a few times. But my goodness me.
Yes, quite honestly, yeah.
Elkie,
especially with, who do I like? John Mayer, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Him. Tracy Chapman, go crazy about,
Just some of those songs, they will live forever. And your career, though, has been quite extraordinary, Elkie, touring with the Small Faces and the Animals, and by the end of the 60s, singing jazz with the late, great Humphrey Lyttelton's band.
Oh, yes.
Wow, what a man he was.
I think one of the main reasons, I know, that I'm still in the business is because of Humph.
Oh.
I was, in the early 60s, I had left the Eric Delaney band when about 17, yeah. And I was, eventually then I went and I was working, I managed to get an audition at the Whiskey Go-Go in Manchester.
Oh, cool.
And then it blinking burnt down. Oh. And I was really enjoying it with wonderful musicians, Dave Ellis Trio.
Amazing.
And so I went to London and then, I had a bit of a hit, but they were sending me on all these, cabaret gigs all over the country, and I hated it.
Not your vibe.
I wasn't very keen on the music I was having to sing, because I was told that, you've got to sing songs they all know, and the band couldn't play my music very well. So I thought, I don't know. And then I met Humphrey Lyttelton, and I loved his band so much, and he let me come and have a lovely, thing and with the band every now and again, and because I was going to quit and go and join the Israeli army. Quite honestly, my best friend was in the army at the time in Israel, Maxine, who was my best friend at school. And but here I am, If it hadn't been for Humphrey Lyttelton, I would have given up.
I'm glad you didn't go over to a kibbutz or something at the end. My goodness me.
Well, Maxine actually did, as I say, she joined the army, and I think she had a family out there and everything.
Gosh, it's amazing how life goes in different directions, isn't it?
Yeah,
and I was thinking of you.
It really is.
I was thinking of you also, co-fronting Vinegar Joe with the late great Robert Palmer, one of my all-time favourite interviewees on this show, because I remember thinking, he was so smooth looking. And I thought he'd a certain, I imagined a completely different kind of person from the extraordinarily down-to-earth bloke that I chatted to. What a guy.
He was wonderful. What a talent.
Yeah.
Amazing man, really. He died too young.
He did. I still can't quite believe it, actually. I'm sure more so for you. Yeah. So here you are doing so much, but what a delight for Scottish audiences that you are...
I've been up in Scotland for ages,
Well... It's been difficult.
It's going to be quite an adventure for me.
Oh, I hope so. Because you're joining
quite a while, so I'm looking forward to it.
Delighted
to... It's a holiday for me as well as I'm singing.
It's got to be. It's got to be. That self-care thing is so important. So you're joining the 15th Fringe by the Sea Festival lineup this month. It's your only Scottish show of 2023. So I'm wondering about, coming to Scotland and touring and being on stage. I imagine, I was talking there about self-care. Is that a happy place for you then? Do you still enjoy it as much, or maybe even more so than before?
Well, it's like anything, isn't it, Janice? You've got to prepare, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like Ray Mears says, proper preparation prevents poor performance. And that's what I'm always trying to do. So I can enjoy it. And we're not flying up to Scotland. We're coming by road. My husband and I are coming going to travel a few days before. So we'll kind of enjoy it all and enjoy the scenery.
Yeah, you've got to make a jaunt of it, that's for
Absolutely,
sure.
But I'll have to be well prepared, as
yes.
Ray Mears says.
I'm sure you're always well prepared. You don't sustain a career as long as yours in the precarious business of music without being fully prepped.
Well, I know. I do try, honestly, and I practice a lot.
Yeah.
If maybe not every day, certainly most every other day anyway, because it's really like anything, you know. It's a very athletic thing, singing.
Sure. Yeah.
And I like to try and keep myself reasonably fit.
Mm-hmm.
I've done Aikido for many, many years. I took my first dan when I was 50. And it took me 7 years to do that, so it gives you a rough idea how long I've been doing Aikido, which I'm now 78.
Good
but that's
Lord.
all the exercises for it has always been fantastic for me, and I love it. I still do. I only train on a one-to-one basis with my instructor now.
Yes.
She used to run a club down here in North Devon, where I live.
Yeah.
But she retired. She's an ex-police officer, retired police officer, I should say. And we just train now every now and again.
Yeah.
But it's marvellous. I actually train nearly every day as I do my practice for the piano.
There you go. Extraordinary, but that's how to do it. It's kind of like to be able to keep doing what you're doing, singing and breathing and all of that kind of physical fitness is so important.
Very physical thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to do like one-nighters, as we used to call them, you know, a 30-day, 40-day tours and no days off. And I hated it 30 years ago. And I put my foot down with a firm hand about 15 years ago, and I said, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
And so I don't, because the voice does need at least 24 hours to recuperate after you've... I mean, I worked it out. What with my practicing in the dressing room with my piano, and then doing a sound check, and then doing the show, I probably sing for over 3 hours in the day.
Wow, gosh.
That's a long time,
It certainly is. It certainly is. And so tell us a little bit then about the show you're doing in the Fringe by the Sea. Presumably you always have to sing some of the songs that people absolutely love and always identify with you.
I think I'd get shot if I didn't. I'm sure, you know. I always include most of the hits. And we change the arrangements here and there as I have over the years. As you can imagine, I've been singing Pearl's a Singer since the 25th of February, my birthday, in 1977.
It really is amazing. It really is amazing.
So, you know, there's sort of like a bit of a change to the arrangement here and there, as there is with Fool If You Think It's Over. One of my favourites. I always love that. And Sunshine After the Rain, which I like, and I still sit and play at the piano at home when I'm warming up, and songs like Warm and Tender Love from my Pearls album in 81, I also sing and play that one. So, really, when I say, for instance, if I do a show and then there's like a week or two off, I go and I practice other things. Yeah. And then about a week, 10 days before the show, I recap on everything. Yeah. So it all seems very fresh to me.
Oh, gosh.
That's how I approach it.
I can imagine you're inspiring so many of our listeners right now who are in various forms of work or activities, but that kind of discipline is so blooming important. Elkie,
well, it is. It's like anything, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, it's anything that you do. You know, anything, tennis, football, cricket, whatever, you've got to practice, you've got to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Else you just lose it, don't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Just common sense.
Use it or lose it.
Why, you know, every day I'm doing star jumps, sit-ups, or God knows what. Because it keeps... I think if your body's fit, your mind's fit, and which, by the way, I love Wordle. Have you had a go at that?
Not recently, but I did do it originally, yeah.
I am totally addicted to Wordle and Quordle. It's a brain tease. Whenever I feel really grumpy, get the Wordle out.
Love it. Blooming love it. It's an absolute pleasure to talk to you, Elkie. I know that so many of your fans will be listening now and have admired what you've done over the years. Thank you so much for joining me today, and having a great time at Fringe by the Sea.
I sincerely hope hope we do. I'm sure we will. I'm sure everybody will be really, really friendly.
They will be. They will be. Thank you so much for joining us today, and see you again soon, I hope.
Janice, thank you for being so nice to me.
Thank you. Absolute pleasure. So there you go, Elkie Brookes, and as promised, here is one of Elkie's greatest hits from 1977, Pearl's a Singer.
Pearl's a singer. She stands.
Just lovely to hear that. Elkie Brookes and Pearl's a Singer. I'm still reeling from the fact that well into her 70s she's able to do star jumps. Not sure I could.